What is up, Pats Nation? It is Patriots Global back here with another video, and with breaking news, the New England Patriots have released veteran tight end Austin Seferian-Jenkins. Jenkins was a new addition to this Patriots offense, coming in with Tom Brady after the Rob Gronkowski retirement, something that just happened a few months ago. And I am sad to say that we will not actually see him in a Patriots uniform, and it makes a lot of sense. I mean, he really never came to OTAs. He wasn't there today for minicamp, so obviously we knew something was up. So the big question here is, why did the Patriots release him? I mean, they really don't have much depth. And then you have, again, Rob Gronkowski, who has announced that he will not be coming out of retirement. If you want to know more about that, I'll link that video in the description below. And then you have Ben Watson, who is suspended the first 4 games of the season. Now, originally, the 3 tight ends I had making the team were Ben Watson, Austin Seferian-Jenkins, and Matt LaCosse. And with that terminology, Matt LaCosse would be the starting and only tight end for the first 4 weeks, as again, Ben Watson suspended for the first 4 games, and now Austin Seferian-Jenkins is gone. The 26-year-old has decided himself to step away from football for a little bit, just more because of personal issues. Apparently, he's had a lot of issues and just stuff in his life going on. Now, exactly what it is, we don't know, but Austin Seferian-Jenkins has had a lot of issues in the past with things such as drugs and other charges within that area of expertise. So pretty much because of that, the Patriots have granted his release. Obviously, they are doing the right thing here, not making him stay if he doesn't want to. The big thing also here is that this doesn't mean we will not see him actually playing next season. Of course, none of us are Austin Seferian-Jenkins, and I think Austin Seferian-Jenkins himself doesn't know whether or not know when he's going to come back and play in the NFL. It could be a month, it could be several months, it could be an entire season. But we could very well see the Patriots re-sign him when he does decide to come back to football. Obviously, tight end is a pretty big need for the Patriots. Obviously, the Patriots had interest in him, and he had a lot of interest in the Patriots. Whatever it is, it's obviously a smart decision for him to step away, as, again, we don't know what it is, but it could lead to him potentially getting suspended for time if he did not step away from football. So again, a very good decision by him. Austin Seferian-Jenkins is a very talented tight end who was very promising, had a lot of potential coming here into New England. I think the big thing also too was that he had really good height. That's something that I really liked about him, 6'6", and that's something that a lot of the other guys didn't have. Again, Ben Watson, he's only 6'2", so at this point, the guy that you're going to look to for that height, as of now, is going to be Matt LaCosse. He's 6'6", so really hoping things work out for Matt LaCosse. Again, he's been a standout in OTAs. Hopefully, he can keep capitalizing on that. But we really haven't, again, heard about Austin Seferian-Jenkins in OTAs and minicamp or anything, so we can't even say that this is going to... We can't say that we know what it's going to affect the Patriots to the full extent. Of course, he had great potential. Of course, he added really good depth to a need that the Patriots had that was very highly ranked for them this offseason. But in the end, we don't know how he was going to perform in the Patriots system, so we can't know exactly how much of a hit this is going to actually take to the Patriots. As of now, your tight ends on the roster are looking at Matt LaCosse, Benjamin Watson, Ryan Izzo, Steven Anderson, and Andrew Beck, all fighting for roster spots at this point. The other thing to also remember is that because of the release, the Patriots will have an open roster spot, which I fully expect them to revamp with another tight end. Whether that's guys they look to in free agency in guys like Antonio Gates, Deion Sims, or even an AJ Derby, former Patriot, who I feel the Patriots could very well look into. But in the end, I think we will just have to see. I also wouldn't be surprised if they tried to make a trade. But again, that's just all going to depend on how much Bill Belichick sees tight end as a need, how much he fully and utterly believes that we need to go out and trade for a tight end. And I know we're going to get a lot of those Kyle Rudolph comments, and to that I have to say, I do think it is a higher chance. I think Bill Belichick will look a little more into it, but at the same time, I don't think that we should expect this to happen by any means. I don't think all of a sudden it's we have to go get Kyle Rudolph. This Kyle Rudolph trade is going to happen because really, if Bill Belichick highly wanted this, it would have happened before. But I wouldn't be surprised to see him make a little bit more of a push, but I definitely don't think he's going to make a push that a lot of the other fans are thinking he will. The Patriots are going to have to replace Austin Seferian-Jenkins with a guy who can be equivalent, if not better than him, because another great thing about Austin Seferian-Jenkins is that he was not just a threat in the passing game, he was also a good blocker, and that is something that the Patriots need, especially after losing Rob Gronkowski, a guy who can go out and catch passes and contribute for Tom Brady, but also be able to keep Brady safe and open up holes for Sony Michel, James White, Damian Harris, those kind of guys. Now, for everybody wondering what this will do cap-wise, it is not going to do much. The Patriots got a steal with Austin Seferian-Jenkins on just a one-year deal, and he was only supposed to make a base salary of about $800,000 and was only supposed to have a cap hit of about $700,000. So really, the Patriots are not going to get much money back whatsoever. All in all, I wouldn't be surprised to see Austin Seferian-Jenkins back with the Patriots later, but I think it is all going to depend on the timing and how long it takes him. In the end, if he takes a while to get back to football and the Patriots have already established their tight end group and have worked their way around his release, then they're not going to bring him back. But if the Patriots are still struggling at tight end and they still need him, then they very well will bring him back. But I can guarantee you that roster moves will officially be made after his release. There's no way that the Patriots are going to go into week 1 with just Matt LaCosse, an unproven guy who is in his first year with the Patriots. It's just not going to happen. I can 100% guarantee you that. So look forward to some roster moves. But other than that, that is it for today's video. What are your guys' thoughts on the Austin Seferian-Jenkins release? Let me know in the comments below. Also, make sure you guys like and subscribe. It helps me, the channel, and even you guys out very, very, very much. Make sure you guys share this video with everybody you know and go to Patriots Global Family. Other than that, I will catch you guys in another video.